Hi, this is Jake with Zuri Group. We're going to go over what we covered in the webinar due to the recording not working, unfortunately. So we're going to touch on all the things we covered there. So this is the new redesign for the BFKS. As you can see, it has the electric green colors with the black and white features, as well as the font being Steelfish, which BBS National is using across their platforms. So yes, this is the new design. Let's just go through it a little bit. Most of the tabs and information as far as verbiage is the same. It's just the design that has changed. When we click donate here, you'll see that the search functionality is brand new. This has been updated to include a filter where you can narrow down and dig in and search for specific items, whether that's an individual or a team. So this is helpful. There's no more scrolling through a list of dozen different items, and it's just much quicker. You can also do the grid view, which is this, as well as list view. So that is helpful. But yes, the big changes are going to be in the registration flow. So let's dig into that. I'm going to sign out of Ralph Lauren's page for now. And we're going to go through the registration. All right, so the registration is going to be improved upon due to the fact that we have added what's called the activities widget. Let's get set up here, log in to a new account. All right, cool. Just do this one. All right, we're in. So we're at the first selection of how we would like to fundraise. And I'm going to show you how this is paired with engaging networks. So let me just pull this to the side here. That didn't work. There we go. So inside Engaging Networks now, under Setup Event Details, you're going to have the new tab called Activities. All right, this Activities module is basically going to allow you to determine the dates and times of your bowling and what people can register for. So as I go through the registration flow, I will be limited to what options I can choose based on what's set here. So as you'll see, virtual fundraising, right? So if I'm a participant type, that is virtual bowler, I will only be able to select virtual fundraising because I'm not going to be present at these events. Therefore, it's not going to give me the option to select any of these. So if we drill down into that, you'll see under Edit in Virtual Fundraising, only virtual bowlers can select this option. Same with bowling dates and times. Only people that are going to be at the event itself can select this item. So virtual bowlers cannot pick a time to bowl and take up a slot that would be reserved for someone that's actually going to be there. So that's a really cool feature. So I'll kind of show you what that looks like over here. So I'm going to be an individual fundraiser. I am going to be a virtual bowler. I do want to stop here on this part. This is the additional donation. Previously this did not work, or we did not activate it because it did not attach a receipt, and people need a receipt when they are donating. So now that has been fixed, a receipt is being sent to the people donating, so this has been added. So that's a great feature. I'm going to click no thanks for now and go to the next page. And you can see on the next page, the only thing I can select as an activity is virtual fundraising, due to the fact that I chose the participant type of virtual fundraiser. So let's go back. And this time I'm going to be a bowler. All right. Now you'll see that I am given a selection of all the different times that I can bowl as an individual. Certain times are grayed out. That means the slot has been filled. So if we go over on this side here and go down to 1 p.m., you'll see that only one slot was available. So someone took that slot, and for me, it's no longer an option to choose. This helps limit people signing up and registering for bowling times beyond what you have available at your bowling facilities. So that is a great feature. So I'm going to pick a time, go to the next side, and here everything stays the same as last year. I get to update my page name and create it to look the way I want. All right, so let's go back. Go back a little further here, all the way to join a group. So previously I had registered a team captain. He had created a group, okay, and I'm going to go join his group. So I'm looking for my team. I'm going to go say, I'm going to go join his team. His team name is Can't Believe It's Not Gutter. So I'm going to select that, go to next, and I am a bowler. So I say no thanks here. And you'll see the only time available for me to bowl is 7 p.m. That's because now with the activities module, it controls based on the team captain, whatever the team captain decides his team is going to bowl, that is the time all team members are going to get to bowl. So all that is being controlled in the back end here. If we go bowling dates and times, you'll see that I have selected in the admin group leaders and individuals. So only the team captain can decide the time. That way all his team members are registered for the same time. Last year we had a problem where teams had people registered for all sorts of different times, and that's not very good functionality. So that has been improved, which is great. Okay, so I'm going to go back here. We're going to now touch on the dashboard itself. So let's go look at Ralph Lauren's dashboard. So I'm logged in. Ralph Lauren is a team captain. I can see my team by clicking the team tab here. Oh, it logged me out. 1 second. I'm going to go log back in. Fundraisers, where's Ralphie? Okay. Logging in. Go back to my team. So this is great. I can see my team roster here. I can email them individually or all together. And that's great if they want to coordinate, hey, I'm getting to the bowl for kids' sake a little early. Do you guys want to meet up? Yada, yada, yada. So that is wonderful. You can also enable chatter. This is set up in the back end in your admin settings, so you can turn this feature off or on depending on what you prefer. So yeah, they can all communicate between each other here without just doing it over email. So that's a nice addition. I'll also say the email tab is new. So this whole design has been improved so that people are very successful in sending out emails to their contacts. So under all contacts here, you can add contacts individually by typing them in, or you can import a CSV file with a complete list of email contacts. And once that list of people is imported in, you'll be able to separate them out into different contact lists. So in contact lists, here I've created friends and family. So I'm able to see, oh, wrong one, right here under this list item, who is in my friends list and who's in my family list. Also back in the contact section, you'll be able to see what people are registered for. So, or not registered for, sorry, but what contact, what list they're associated with. So if I were to click this guy, right, shows he's in my family's list, and I can move him and click him into my friends list. So this allows you to send and really coordinate your email send outs to specific lists and change up that email based on who you're sending to. It'll also show you who in your contact list that you've imported that you've never emailed, so you don't miss anybody. People that have donated, so let's say you send out an email and people donate, this will create a list of people you need to thank, so you can thank them right there. It'll also show you your list of donors and the people you've emailed that have not donated. So all that is available for you to see here, but you can really drill into that more through reports. If we click this tab here, you'll see this new functionality is pretty cool. You're able to see your donations over time, given a little graph here, your page views, your shares, the percent of your goal raised, how many page views total you have, and then also based on emails, what you've sent out, how many of those people have visited your page and what they've donated. So all this is really helpful. You're able to see what email campaigns you sent out. So maybe they have different titles, you have a different objective. So you're able to really drill into this information more here in reports. All right, we're going to go back into engaging networks and show some of the new items there. I do want to touch on activities really quick. I'm going to go back to my page. So Ralph Lauren signed up his team for a certain time, location, and you'll see over here on the right that it displays this information. So this is available to all fundraisers. They will all see the time, location, their team name that they've registered for. But you have to set this up first inside of Engaging Networks, inside Options, Fundraiser Dashboard. This is called an Activities widget. When you go into this, you'll be able to set it to active. You can choose what contents to display. So you'll see I put in location, time, and team name, hence location, time, team name. So you can customize this with CSS, HTML to make it look and include what information you'd like. The important thing though here is this is an activities widget, so it's pulling in dates and times. So you'll want to select your activities to display. So you have to select all those and click save, and then it will push to the fundraiser dashboard. And it's not just team captains, it is everybody. All right. Also with activities, you'll be able to now report on activities. So if you want to see a complete list of people and what they've registered for pertaining to the times, right? So you want to see a complete enrollment basically, and it'll divide it up into teams and then the individuals in those teams. So it's really organized. It's very useful to see who is registered for what time and get all that information. So also in reports, the fundraiser detail report has been improved upon. So the fundraiser, sorry, not fundraiser detail, registration detail, my bad. We've been asked for a while now to include the teams in the registration detail, and so now that is there. So that is a great addition. Let's see, what else do we need to touch on? There's a lot of new stuff. One thing I would like to point out is that in mobile view now, let's say I'm going to send out some email or social media and want to share that with some folks. I'm going to shrink this down to mobile, and you'll see that the SMS icon appeared. So now I can send out an SMS message to people with a link to my page. So that is all functioning and working. It's a great addition as well. Let's see. Also, for activities, again, there's a lot to do with activities. You'll now be able to, in Manage Fundraisers, drill into an activities tab here. You can see what they're registered for, and you can manage this and easily move people now for their times. Whereas before, you'll remember that it was on the registration page as a question. Now we're no longer asking questions of what time you want to bowl. It's all part of the activities and people select it. So that is a huge improvement. The other thing we'd like to touch on is your forms. So under setup forms, you have your general donation form and your campaign donation form. Both of these now are protected through what's called CAPTCHA. So this is going to get rid of spammers and prevent bots from using your website in a negative way. So we turn that on now. Back into forms, you have a new form called offline gift. You can customize this and add what fields you need or want to include here. This is basically for your use only, right? You're filling this out and uploading offline gifts into the system. The nice thing is that now you can do batch uploads, so you can upload a whole bunch of offline gifts all at once, which is great, so you don't have to do each one at a single time. So that is available as well. What else do we want to touch on? I've talked about the search functionality. I think that's it. I will add to this video if I run across any more, but I think I've touched on pretty much everything we needed. Oh, yes. Okay. Under options, fundraising, you can now include a processing fee. So when people are donating, let's say I go to a page. Actually, I'll just click donate here. I'm going to go donate to Whitney Houston. All right. And I'm going to give $50. Sounds good. I can now click here and say, yes, I want to help a little more. Please include the credit card transaction fee with my donation. So this is a feature you can enable and control in the back end to help pay off a little bit of the transaction fees that are associated with using your payment gateway and such. So you'll be able to turn that on and designate what percentage you'd like to ask for. And people see huge results with this, so I highly encourage you to do this. It's a great feature for covering more of the costs associated with running these events. So let's see, what else do we have? Sorry, I have a huge list here, so there's a lot to cover. I'm going to stop it there, though. Please let us know if you have any more questions about this new functionality, or if we didn't cover something completely. We'll be happy to dig more into that for you. So thanks a lot.